Good morning everybody and welcome to Zurich. Hoping you can hear me loud and clear. For those who don't know me, I'm Mark. Those who do, welcome back. I think I can hear something winding up to go from runway 28. Oh, it's an EasyJet, and I didn't put an EasyJet emoji on the menu today for members. I've done some other swaps which I'll come to in a minute. Just going to let that go. Got a couple of things I'm keeping an eye on at the minute that might become relevant as the morning progresses. Do some hellos in a minute, but first things first, grateful for that confirmation on sound. So I'm here at observation deck B at Zurich International Airport, home of course to Edelweiss and Swiss. Gorgeous sunny day, a bit like yesterday. It's expected to slide into a thunderstorm later today, so can't have it all, can you? So a lot of the heavies are coming in at the far end down runway 14. Which is a bit of a nuisance, as is pillar in view. Fairly busy here at the observation deck, not chocker. So we're operating a little bit at distance with that. Haze will be an issue. Top temperature a bit cooler than yesterday. Sort of 25s, 26s is the expectation. See how that pans out. Anyway, hoping to run through till around 2 o'clock or thereabouts, which is when the storms are due to kick in. That gives us the A380 that's due in at around 1:30 and some other choicey heavies as well. Anyway, if you're new to the show, I'm Mark, pleased to meet you. I'm also sad to report that it appears we've got a couple of Pegasuses in today's show, which is a bit of a nuisance. What are you going to do? But I think we might get a couple of Condors, so all is not lost. A couple of things of possible interest around 10:30 UK time, 11:30. In fact, I've missed the moment, ignore that. I thought I might get, we'll pick it up as we go along. That's what we're going to do. Another EasyJet, it's like being at Geneva. It's the bizarrest of things, really. I've got a football shirt wrapped around my neck. I picked up a bit more sunburn than I was hoping for yesterday. Well, I was hoping for 0. No, I'm not joking. Every time I touch YouTube, it throws me out. It obviously can tell that I'm anxious about getting in. Let me in. So I'm just going to quickly key myself in. Pillar in view is a bit of a nuisance. It might shuffle in a bit. So watch this A321 depart for Helsinki. Looks like we got our first heavy departure of the show. So at the far end, runway 16 is where that United is shaping to to depart from. So I'm just going to go straight into the chat and see what I see from the beginning. So if you posted earlier, come on tablet. Who's at the top? Natalie Alice is the very first name I can see. So if you, sorry, we lost the focus there. If you predate Natalie Alice, I'm not ignoring you, I just can't see you. Good morning, Natalie Alice. Foxy B, HGC, thanks for confirming on sound, HGC. Yeah, Rab, you have to make decisions, mate, when you're live streaming. There's more stuff, but I'm not allowed enough emojis. It's not so much it's not an oversight. I just saw enough EasyJets yesterday. Can't think what got squeezed in its place. I wanted to put Dreamliner 10 in, but I don't think that made the cut either. YouTube are stingy, but I know why they do it. So yeah, it would have been in. I've tossed Ryanair. I don't think they're on the scorecard, even if they are. To be honest, I nearly threw British Airways out as well. This shows you the decisions you have to make. Yeah, me as well, Nell. I thought there was a Condor in yesterday's show, but turns out there wasn't. Who knew? So at the far end, fairly hazy shots. I just put the camera there because Smith was moving. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Easing into Saturday. Wow, there's a BizJet just gone up. I mean, I wouldn't have got on that in a million years. In fact, I'm not even going to chase it. Waste of time. Might as well be a missile. That must have took about 30 yards to get up. So where were we? Now I've said hi to Foxy B. Good morning, Michelle Johnson. How you doing, Michelle? Andy P is in the house. Good morning to Andy. Linda Cantis, hello to you. Les Donaldson, or should I say Sir Les Donaldson. Good morning, Squire. Alexandra Wood, hello to you. Right, let's just refocus the camera. I'm thinking Swiss A330-300. Looking for somewhere to roost. Over the road, a smashing collection of BizJets. I can only get you a bit of that, but if I pan a bit more that way, you get the general flavour. So where did we get to? Beep, 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 beep. Alexandra, I think, was the last high I mustered. Good morning, Linda Cooper. Chipaz 1990. Good morning, Sam. How goes it? Alibi 58. Good morning to you, sir. DB isn't. Oh, DR. Sorry, DR. The sun is glaring over my shoulder. A bit like yesterday, really. It's definitely, sun's always at your back when you're spotting at Swiss airports. Oh, never mind, Rab. If the thunderstorms turn up early, mate, none of us will be fussed about it. It really is. It might turn up, it might not. Some emoji vandalism from Natalie Alice. DB Bassman, good morning DB. I knew there was a DB in the show somewhere. Jonathan McD as well. Good morning. Hey up, John McKenzie. Afternoon in Kong. Hope all is good. Aviation spotter. You cannot miss an EasyJet. You really can't. I can't miss them. Actually, they did me solid on the route out. Right, we've got somebody lined up to go. Not yet in flight radar, so as soon as it breaks clear of the pylon, I'll have it. There it is. So we're really good for rotation here. I'll have to bug out of that. The sun is in my face. What have we got here? It's going that fast. I thought it was being driven by KLM. Pilot wave. We'll call that 1-0 to Switzerland. So emoji wise, and I know some of you have already discovered the changes, so we've got 380 in. Oh my lord. Ooh, stand by. I don't know if Craig McLean is in the show, but I think he'd like it. How's that, Nell? We do have a Conda emoji as well. Anyway, we've got, where did I get to? That's took me right off beam. Crikey. Let's go right up. I'd have a serious go at catching everything up. So good morning, Miss Wolves 13. How are you doing, Lorraine? Chipaz 1990, member for 14 months. Sorry, Sam, I can't do fireworks today. It's as with yesterday. I'm running everything incredibly light on extra bits and bobs just to take the load off in the heat. But thank you so much for your support, mate. Great asset to our community. Come on, see the Pegasus off. This is much nicer. Check out that Wookiee noise. So back to the chat. Tony Rivers, just in time for a spot Pegasus at work. Is it still hot? Storming, good morning to you. I'm flying home with Edelweiss on Sunday evening. What else I need to tell you with that one? Should be in Edinburgh about 6 o'clock, and I'm delighted that my £116 bid has been accepted to be upgraded to biz for my first and last ever biz trip. Oh, I know I've told everybody 100 times, but I'm just too excited for words. Way too excited for a man of 60 years of age. So, another legend in the show, a 27-month legend, Rab H. Where did 27 months go? Love this channel. Love having you with us, Rab. You're a great friend, great supporter, and you're part of the Superstar Mod team as well, the 5-star mods. H. Dot, good morning to H. Dot. And Scottish Linda. Hope you're both doing well. Weekend is definitely on us. I'm fascinated what the weather's going to be like to get back to. I think you guys are still holding on to decent weather. So I think I said hi to Linda Cooper, but I might not have. So Linda Cooper, how are you doing? $100 telescopes today. Yeah, it could be one of those shows where there's more telescopes than likes, but if you find yourself so minded, please do drop us an early like, because that just helps a truckload. As yeah, no, if you're watching the show for the first time, not subscribed, just jump on into the chat and say hi. You do have to subscribe, but it's entirely free. So I think DR Alibi said that he was having that trouble yesterday. That's a YouTube thing. I suppose that's the first telescope of the day. I've got no way of picking those up. Flight radar is just a quarter of a second too slow. But we'll try. I definitely do better here with Eddie. So the crosswind runway 28 in operation. Let's just wait for the Europa Park livery to come out from behind those wretched pylons. Trev Lyon, good morning to you, sir. Happy Saturday and welcome to Zurich. Bjorn Hansen, hello to you, Bjorn. On the road again, yeah. Although it's 2 days back to back now, so I've gone away from wherever I lay my hat. That's my home. I think we've got no sing on today as well, haven't we, in the emoji suite? Funny how that slips my mind. I can't get the notes for that. Oh no, it's not a telescope. Because I got it. If I leave the camera there, I can't go wrong. Lots off to Warsaw. Most certainly an Embraer 190. I'll say standard. So Europa Park versus Air Europa. There's a sentence I never thought I'd get to say. Well, DB, you can't get a refund now. You've seen one. I think there's at least 2. It's not Frankfurt or Dusseldorf, but it's still welcome. Good morning, Richard. Talking Condors. Richard saw a few in Munich earlier this year. Oh, I love Munich as well as Condor. Lovely place to spot. Did you go to the Mound, Richard, or did you go to one of the other spots? So A340 in from Denver at 12:25, says Rob. Roger that. Good morning to Cruise. Dopey Gore checking in from his holidays. Hope you're having a cracking time, buddy. Ooh, we've got a £5 Ko-fi donation from Nell. Condor! Mic test, mic test. No, God bless you. Really kind. Right, and I think I'm pretty much there. Good morning to Daniel Watkins. I think actually I'm going to change things up a bit here and do the chat from my mobile phone. Might be the better way to go. Wow, another BizJet. Look how far in the air that is. Come on, Europa Park. Those yellow lines, they're only advisory. Clanging downstairs, one of those baggage trains. Going to rotate the view this way. Bit of a tilt on now. I do apologise for that. I've leveled. It's level most of the way round. That's just me getting into the show via my phone. Always a clever idea to mute it first. So, who else is here? The Haggis Chasers, good morning to you. Sorry I missed you first time round. DB Bassman, also showing a lot of love for the Condor. I'm going to give him a ring in a minute, see if we can get several in. £5 a pop, I'll have a piece of that. Thank you so much, DB. Awesome support to the channel. Who'd have thought there'd be so much love predicated on those stripy planes? See a moment of celebration as well. Let's have a look. In fact, the chat's hopping on me again. Just bear with me. So that was DB. I'm going to ignore all the telescope messages because it sounds like I'm going to have to have a finger chopped off to atone for it. All right, thanks, Rab. Is that showing? No, that's me cut and pasting and being a bit tired about it. Thanks, buddy. That's two things I've not done that I should have done. I'll tell you what the other thing is at the end of the show. I got to the hotel about 8:30 or just afterwards. Picked up a bite to eat to bring back to the room. First thing I'd ate actually since about 4 o'clock that morning. You know what it is, you're travelling straight to it, do the stream, travelling back. And I have to say with the Swiss rail network, although I'd got 2 connections to make, they were pretty much on time by UK standards. I think one of the trains was running 9 minutes late. 9 minutes. So anyway, there's a couple of things which I should have done, and that was one I did. I just did badly whilst a bit jaded. So I appreciate that. Otherwise it's a Groundhog Day thing, isn't it? Well, he did that yesterday. Alright, see if I can get a wave. Nah, not near. So it's not as hot as yesterday, but I guarantee you, I can feel my backside being burnt through the back of my trousers. Here's an image. Okay, I see another fantastic moment anyway. Alexandra Wood, 27 months, a member of place. Oh, 28! See, me sun cream is in my eyes already. Alexandra, God bless you. Thank you so much for your support, and great friend, supporter, and another member of that all-important 5-star mod team. Oh dear, happy days. So Alison McDonald, I'm not sure if I said hi, because you were in yesterday's show as well, weren't you? I get confused at this end of the day. Good morning to you. Hey, oh, Casey is here. Chickwell's finest is in the house. Casey and the Sunshine Band. How you doing, buddy? Right, we need another Condor for Nell. I'd actually be quite happy with a few more runway 16 departures if ATC could lay that on. Can't have everything, can you? Somebody's on the roll, so already gone. Europa Park. Definitely a 2-person gig if you want the crossway stuff, because by the time you see it on flight radar, it's already in the sky. Like one of the Edelweiss A350s coming in over on the far side. Can't mistake this monstrosity for an Edelweiss, can you? Come on, if you must. Or should we watch this one at stand? Static, moving, ugly, or funky? Chat decide. Yeah, the train ride, I've spoke a bit about it, haven't I? But it was clean, it was comfortable, just as I found in Belgium, Germany, Holland. I'm going to say it. UK rail travel, not exclusively, but if you think about cross-country trains, which I think are the worst English-based train company we have, trains are as dirty on the outside as they are on the inside. Not great. Saying that, I do like LNER. I find them very good on the occasions I've used them. And coming up to Edinburgh, was it Lumo I came up with? They were nice as well. Right, somebody is departing at the far end. So our second or third, is it? I've forgotten already. Runway 16 departure of the show. Turkish Airlines for the 320 Neo. Oh my lord, look at all that Pegasus malarkey. I can't keep up with the chat now, it's jumped on. Terrible stuff. It's not a sight for sore eyes, it's a sight that makes your eyes sore. All right, thank you Linda. I did get away from KLM, did I? Hard to tell with the tiny fart-arse little screen that I've got on the camera. So, good morning Mohawk. Hello to you pal. Off on a gig. A pipe band gig. Have a good one, buddy. Have a good one. So I'm going to just ignore all of that Pegasus graffiti. Well done Nell, well done Alexandra Wood. Natalie Alice, splitting the bet. Loving your moxie. You're right Michelle, get a bit of Edelweiss in there. Let's get a bit of class in. Of course I've seen you KC. If we swap places, I'd know exactly what you felt, but you'd understand equally why. I would never miss you on purpose. You know that, pal. Right, I think we've got that Turkish lined up now, which is pretty handy. Tell you what is also good to look at is 340 coming across the shot. Right, something is going to come fast out the background. There it is. What we got? An Etihad Dreamliner. I think that's a Dreamliner 10, is it not? Certainly got that luxury length look about it. On its way to Abu Dhabi. Didn't realise they sent the bigger stuff off the shorter crosswind runway. Things you learn. So, right hand side of the screen, Turkish Airlines. We're just going to hang foul for it. It's going to be easier to do it that way. Ooh, wookie sounds. It's the Swiss A220 on its way past. Thank you HGC and Rab for confirming that was a 10. Bit like me if I was a lady. Perfect 10. No laughing at the back. Good morning, Lloyd Bell. Fancy that, a 340 right in front of us. Shame there's so much urban architecture lighting the view. Everyone's moving, everyone's grooving. Ah, I wonder if that's my ride home. Don't know my seat number yet. They've told me they've upgraded me, but they've not sent revised ticketing stuff. They say they're gonna. I guess it'll come when I check in. Fortunately, the shot is going to get increasingly hazy because it's, well, getting warmer. You knew that though. So at the minute, my understanding is, although Edelweiss have purchased 6 A350-900s, 4 from LATAM and 2 from Thai Airlines. We've only got 2 in service at the minute. Right, Turkish are finally getting on. Jet on the move. I've gone past it, I have, haven't I? Nearly in a haystack. Right, I've gone way far the wrong side of the chat. Every time I pick the phone up, it keeps changing its perspective, but I can see Tony Rivers has very kindly gifted us a membership to the channel. So let's celebrate that. Well, in a sec, because we've got a rotation shot to pull in. Swiss off somewhere. For the moment. So thank you so much, Tony, first and foremost. Let's see who got it. Can't read. F-star? It's hard to read in the glare. In fact, it's nigh on impossible. Thanks, Tone. So we've got somebody else powering down the centre of the track. I think it might be a Swiss Air 321 to Hamburg, but that's the icon I've selected. It definitely isn't that. Baltic. Good morning, Big DC. Darren Smith. Who else have I missed? I'm just going to quickly drive up the chat. Yeah, Rob, I'm going to be really fretful about them swapping out the 350 for a 320. Stuff happens with EasyJet. But why didn't I pack an EasyJet emoji? Oh. Good morning, Duncan Gall. How you doing, mate? Oh, somebody's done something really kind. Alexandra Wood. God bless you. God bless you. 5 gifted memberships. Fantastic support. You get a hug. You get a hug and a kiss if you were here. Thank you, lucky stars, you're in Yorkshire. I know what Tony Rivers is going to say. He wants to know where his hug and a kiss is. Well, he's not here, is he? So he's not going to find out. probably ought to take a water break in a minute. Let's just see if it's awfully convenient with ATC. Good morning. Oh no, ignore that. It's a gifted. So Bjorn Hansen has actually got a gifted from Alexandra, and that's fantastic because Bjorn's in the show. Also Louise McGee, DKM, Chris, and Axis Productions. Welcome on board or back aboard in some cases. On the good ship PSA. Thinking ahead to the next members social. Just because this featured last time doesn't mean it's not going to feature again. I'm just saying. Go on, Bennett, what then? Well, no way I was getting that. Crackers, absolutely crackers. I think I can hear somebody else winding up to go, but I can't be sure. Yeah, Bjorn, I am all about the A350. I never thought, change of plans for me, I thought that would be the end of my, well it is the end of my long haul kind of flying, my appetite for it, but with Edelweiss putting it on short and medium haul routes means I get a bit of a cheat really. I'd still like to fly on the 340 as well, to be fair, but don't think I'm likely to be going to any of the routes that Edelweiss currently use the 340 for. I'm hoping when they get towards the back end of their service that they do something similar to Jet 2 and it's possible to buy a short haul flight. Oh no! Oh no! Goodbye Pegasus! Don't be a stranger! Ooh, good morning, DKM, Navy Jack, Mark Joseph. Who else do I need to say hi to? I'm as happy as can be. Yeah, Big DC, this spot is great. The only thing it lacks compared to Geneva is those imposing mountains in the background. But it's nice for the difference as well, if that doesn't sound back to front. The only other thing that's different here is I'm not going to be able to clear off for a cup of tea and a lolly like I did yesterday, which I think will be the first and last time that we ever do that live on a stream. Reminds me, I've got to do a shout out before I forget. I'll do it at the end in the credits. but big thank you and shout out to Raphael, a young German lad that I was talking to before I went live. He's got his own YouTube channel, ZURICH Aviation, which, as you'd expect, features Zurich very heavily. Check him out, folks. He's a good lad, and he even moved his spot to avoid encroaching my view. He was here first, so top fella. Good morning to Yvonne CM. How's you? Is Yvonne CM the same as Yvonne C, or is Yvonne CM a new Yvonne to our team of Yvonnes? Still a couple behind Team Linda, but both teams avidly recruiting. Oh my lord, all that yellow, wasted yellow ink for the emoji spam for the Pegasus. Alexandra Wood, DB Bassman, HGC, Polar Beer, good morning to you. Natalie Alice, Michelle Johnson, Rab H, Les Donaldson, Tony Rivers, Scottish Linda, and is Trev in there twice? Well, he's definitely in there. Trev Lyon as well. Bit of ooh la la to my port side. Ooh la la la, let's go dancing. Ooh la la. Ooh. We've still got a bit of boarding to do. Wind the windows down. Tell you what, that's coming this way. Although it shouldn't be, because the wind is at my back. All the while, it seems to be closing. So Air France lead the line. Aegean some distance behind. We'll go back to Air France so we can pick up the next cross runway departure. Well, I got some of that takeoff. Kit Kat Panda moment. Ah, it's definitely Yvonne C. Watching Guy and Kyle. Guy being Mr. Yvonne C. and Kyle, their young lad. Anyway, watching with a cuppa. That's the way to do it. I was streaming with a cuppa yesterday. Quite like doing that. Yeah, definitely not so good over yonder. Ooh, got another Pegasus. So they do Antalya from here as well, for those of you who like that sort of thing. A point not lost on DB Bassman, Alibi 58, Polar Beer, Rab H, HGC, and Les Donaldson, who are on it. They're on it like a car bonnet. Let's look at something beautiful. So the only fly I can see in our ointment is tomorrow, Sugar. Apart from fast moving falcons, I think it's a falcon. They are announcing something at the minute. Kind of curious what it is. It sounds like it's being announced in German. Hope it's not Clear the Terrace. Les is keeping score. Pegasus 2, Condor 1. Yeah, lots of love for Edelweiss in the chat. Loving the use of that emoji. The Falcon was off to Newcastle, was it, Les? It's one I've seen before. I didn't check the reg, but pretty sure I'd seen it. Might be another bizjet off in a minute. Not sure. Bombardier Global 5500. Let's see if that is indeed what comes past us. Fortunately, flight radar is not orientated the right way for me either, so every time you look at the screen, I'm having to transpose it. Everyday bloke for a bloke like me. But it turned out my runway review request didn't quite work out, so I got the high floor I asked for, explained what I wanted it for. I'd done the booking through their central team. This is Radisson Blu, but the hotel were telling me, sorry, no can do, all the plane spotting runway facing rooms are allocated, but well, certainly on the top floor, but not just that. If you want it, you've got to pay more for it. I thought, nah, seeing enough planes here. All in the small print. Ooh, nearly 100 likes, says Alexandra. Loving that. Who's going to get us to the first 100? I suppose I probably need to start thinking about what I'm going to do if it suddenly slings it down. Shower probability throughout the morning is around 30%. The storm likelihood, when I checked at breakfast this morning, 50% from 2 o'clock. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all kind of plays out. DB, technically correct, but I think, go back to the earlier bit of the chat, I think we could end up with more telescopes than likes. I'm never going to get on them on that crosswind runway before they're here. This is where Eddie was definitely worth his ticket last time. Ah, good man, Les. We do have a Helvetic emoji. I did go for the one that you see on screen rather than a tail fin because just too similar to Swiss. And I thought it was a better idea to try and be distinct. Craig McLean, good morning to you, Craig. My solemn duty to report that we've had a stripy condor in, a green one. $103 likes up, thank you HGC, and everybody that got us there as we march towards 150. Tell you what, it's gone a lot cooler now. I think it's because the sun is pretty much behind cloud. Gonna get interesting. Most of what I've got I can make waterproof quite quickly. Tail, can you? Oh, going to divert. We've got an American Dreamliner by the look of that. Can't be sure. On its way out. Helvetic driving past. And a big Swiss coming our way. Kicking 330. Recently arrived from New York. Well, I had to give you most of that. Ooh, bottom up. Let's see who liked the Pegasus clearing off. Chipaz, Polar Bear, Rab, Natalie Alice, Les Donaldson, HDC, Scottish Linda, and Alexandra Wood. No taste. Unless you're delighted it went. Yes, Zoo Cruise, it'll be nice to see a couple of 340 departures. Definitely keen on that. It is picking up a bit now, Rab. It went a bit quiet, now it's going up a gear. Good morning, Christine Barnes. Right, next departure off the crosswind runway should be an Aegean 320, if I've got that right. I know what's missing from this setup. A chair. Ooh, Cathay Pacific are tracking round. They're not going until 1:30 today. And there's your Aegean. This is one of my favourite 350s. Generally I'm fated never to see one coming or take. I nearly knocked the HDMI cable out in my excitement. How's this team? Is that lighting anybody's candle? Let's see some love for the condor emoji and all things condor. Good morning, SMAC Aviation Photography. Welcome to Zurich. How's this DB? Is this doing better for you? Nell, Alexandra? Apart from that pillar, which is just not what you want to see. Oh yes, loving all that condor spam. I think I'm going to stay with this because I want to see if we get a wave from this super airline. Condor, Condor, start the wave. Not sure if we got one. I'll let the chap decide. No matter where you point the camera, there is something to look at. Nell W, or Nell, the artist formerly known as Nell W, or Nell W-8, superstar moderator, great friend of our channel, and a friend too, a great friend. 28 months, a member of the channel. Thank you so much for being part of it all, Nell. Do you remember the early days when we had to convince you it might be a good thing? Oh dear. Don't know what your thoughts are on that. Glenn's Aviation Love, good morning to you, buddy. Hope you're not working. I don't know, Glenn, Rab and Les in the same room. You're generally going to get a bit of trouble. I've got Nell and Alibi keeping an eye on them. Dopey Gorp was in the show from his sunbed earlier on, but he's probably nodded off in that sun. Here comes the sun. So, Blutgrafin, hello to you. Oh, so you're in Germany, Nuremberg. Do you like the German airports? Not been to Nuremberg, ever been? Frankfurt, Munich and Dusseldorf. Crikey, never going to get that wrong. It's a missile, another missile. So we are on observation deck B. I don't know what happened to observation deck A, C or D. Last time we were here, we did the second show from observation deck E, which is just like B in its own way-ish, without the children's playground, if I remember correctly, which you access once you're airside. So last time we were here, we did a show from observation deck E, once we checked in and everything, which was great fun. But they've closed it for some reason. Maintenance, redecorating, I don't know. Good morning, Alan Leslie. How are you doing, pal? Did not know that, Keith Cornell. I did wonder who owned Chair. It got the kind of subsidiary feeling about it, but whose? American, just about to show us what they've got. And another BizJet about to, right, it's gone, I'd never have got that. It was like a, well, something small, Embraer Phenom 300 or even 100. Dinky, up like a rocket, so I'm not worried too much on that. Next on the crosswind runway is Croatia Airlines, an A319 on its way to Zagreb. AA have lined up their Dreamliner 9. As you can see, it's climbing into the shot. Good morning, Maverick 79. Can't believe the photograph that you shared with me of your knee. Looks painful, my friend. Much love from me to you. Well, Darren, in my defence, I am half Scottish on my father's side, but I was born in England and I've lived all my life in England. Just got to wait for this Cathay Pacific to get out of the way. There's our Croatian departure. But yeah, Darren, Edinburgh is our spiritual home as a channel. Singapore on their way out with a 777. Oh yeah, baby. Assuming it ain't raining by then. Christian Danuser, hello to you. Inverness, Scotland. Christian, I looked at your name, I thought, is this a Swiss spotter, a German spotter? Anyway, smashing to catch it in the chat. Welcome to the show. On tour, we're not obviously normally in Zurich. This is something that we do with our resources. Good morning to everybody that is in the show, whether you're active in the chat or whether you're just watching from the proverbial Lurkers Lounge. Thank you for joining us. And if you didn't know me already, I'm Mark. So my pleasure to bring the planes to you. Ooh, there goes our chair. quite like the livery. Back to who owns it, I guess when you look at it carefully, with the Swiss cross on it, I guess it was always going to be a Swiss subsidiary, but for some reason I'd focused more on the jaunty name chair. American are rolling. Probably because I'm always thinking about sitting down. I was thinking about yesterday on the train up here, not falling asleep and finding myself way in the wrong place. I think that's what they invented alarms for on mobile phones. So a procession of departures. Let's just see who's lining up to go next. Iberia are taking their 321 back to Madrid. It's showing static on flight radar, but I ain't falling for that one again. Singapore are leading the line of 3 that you see on screen. Ah, of course, Darren. We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Is CH connected with using the term I'm less familiar with, a canton or some other aspect of Swiss municipal life? Because it's the same thing with Swiss francs, isn't it? You kind of think it would just be the numeric value with an F, but I guess that would not distinguish it from French francs back in the days before the euro. So I don't know. Everything priced is CHF. It sounds like a radio frequency to the uninitiated. Right, Iberia should be cutting along soon. Ooh, they've got the window open on this. I'm going to go for an editor's choice. Can we get an out of... Hey! Let's hear it for Helvetic. Switzerland are winning the waves, hands down. Catch you later, Laura. Catch you later. Nell, you've seen me stream. You know I'm in need of a chair. Older you get, the crankier your bones get. So Mav is struggling with a lot of pain, as you will do. Yeah, I'm kind of worrying for you as well, whether you'll need surgery. Alright. Can you hear something? Can I see something? Nah, there I come. The way the sound moves around here is deceptive as well. A bit like Aberdeen in that respect. So I think Singapore should be next to depart. So if you like Singapore 777s, you're in luck. We might be able to help out. Very quickly, just to give friends a view of what it is like here. So this is a picture I took last year showing the runway configuration. So basically my position is in the bottom of that screen actually. So you just savour the detail. So it's quite an interesting spotting gig, no question about that. Right, I'm just going to draw us out a bit because I'm sure we've got a bizjet about to go. A little citation, Cessna citation M2. I don't think I've seen an M2 before. So let's calibrate for that. It's probably going to get into the sky about there. So just indulge me. It's not just my way of shoehorning a stripy plane into shot. Ian Nicholson, good morning to you, sir, and thank you so much for gifting us 5 memberships. Unbelievable support from a great friend of the channel. Hope you're doing well. They're doing that announcement thing on the tannoy again, but nobody seems to be bothered, so it can't be a we're clearing the terrace. Right, that bizjet is moving. Crikey, didn't have a chance. Tell you what, Singapore aren't yet at the top of the track. Doing the shoelaces. So let's see who got those 5 gifties from E&N. Oh, somebody else has done something green. Glenn's Aviation Love. Oh man, another great friend of ours. And I'm so delighted you're not working. We'll get to those in a jiff in terms of who got what. To see what's next to depart. My flight radar says nothing. So who got Glenn's? Cougar Tracks, General Scruffs, Neil Marsden, Swiss Eyes, Martin Kurt, welcome aboard all. Ian Nicholson's 5, Caroline Fisher, Leslie Mitchell, Martin Saxton, Starbase, Starty Band, Barty Fast, too tricky for me, and Just Jay, that's more like my kind of thing. And I see Ian Nicholson, being the rascal that he is, isn't just a great friend. He's gifted again. Unbelievable. That one going to Supersonic 13. Just Jay is in the show. Hey up, Just Jay. You are very welcome to be in our community. All made possible by, did we say in Nicholson? I think we did. Oh, and my new friend, Yves Sean. Super chatting us. 2 Swiss francs. Yves has already paid for my entry onto the terrace yesterday, donating us 5 Swiss francs. Fantastic, buddy. Fantastic. So I'm slightly distracted with all this kindness. Hang on a minute. Ian Nicholson. Let me concentrate here. Right, 777. Ian Nicholson gifting again. Unbelievable. Who got it? Tony Parkinson. Come on down. Hang on, and another one. James Wade. If I miss any of these, it's because I'm useless. Just saying. Thank you so much, Ian. Crackers. So I think I'm in the right places. No, another one. Should I start again? Is that Stu Martin? If I take the camera off, because it looks like they've had to give way to United. United! Who have a 767-400 extended range on its way to Washington. Oh, I'm panting with excitement. That didn't sound right, did it? But you kind of get it as it goes. Planes, kindness. Rain's all over the place. Yeah, Eve, they let me in without a qualm. Which proves they'll let anybody in. Although to be fair, exactly like last time, the staff were brilliant. Now I nearly signed up for one of these. See the coach in shot? You can go on these apron tours. So the folks there are plane spotters. But the forecast, when I was thinking about all of this, was rather too hot. And I thought, I don't want to be out there in the heat. Of course, I wanted to give priority to the stream times. So yeah. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. In fact, ignore all of that. Let's go with this. Or we could have gone with that. Not even in focus. But that's what dragged my eye. I think we'll stay with this for the moment while we await United getting the good to go signal. Jonathan McD gifting 5 memberships. Awesome support, buddy. Awesome. Keith Cornell, hope to see you tomorrow, buddy. Just missed a KLM wave as well. Can't believe it. So many moving parts in today's show. First officer cheerily waving. So I think United are going to hold to let this tie get across. But I could be wrong. Has been known. Oh, Nicholson. I'm going to start counting these individually because I'm wrecked. You're ace, mate. Herb, welcome aboard. A new one as well, Herb. A green badge. I wish you lot were here with me. I really do. Good luck with the weeding, Casey. I'm not sure if I've missed George Fitzgibbon from Ian as well. So I'm going to count that one in as an extra and deal with it all later. Oh. I did say I needed a chair. I was not joking. Right, next departure from the cross runway is a Swiss 220 to London Heathrow. So let's do that. Look at that, just in time. Lab says we've got a 340 from Denver, 8 minutes out. Trouble is they're going to come at the far end, aren't they, on the remote runway. I'll try and watch for it. Trouble is, if I'd gone the other way with it and gone to a spot, there's a car park which is better for that runway, but not so good when there ain't anything coming. Plus these rotation shots are really cool. I'm just going to adjust the tripod slightly while we await the Singapore departure. Just oh so slightly. I wanted a bit more. When I said slightly, I meant a lot. It's more like it. So cross runway is going to be a Swiss in Star Alliance, an A320. Singapore is pounding down the track with their 777. That moisture. All that centrifugal mayhem. Yvonne C, God bless you. Super chat, £5 to the cause. That is really kind of you, Yvonne. Really kind. Thank you so much. Definitely having a cup of tea when this finishes. So what do you reckon, the folks on that bus, what do you reckon that felt like when that 777 went blasting past? So if you've just joined, folks, and you're not sure what I'm talking about, those folks, looks like they might be getting back on, probably reluctantly. So we should get a Swiss Star Alliance livery, I think, unless my flight radar is stuck in yesterday. Could be. So next departure, says Alexandra, KLM Embraer 195. That's the one with the very friendly flight deck, isn't it? We've got a captain's wave on the way back, and actually on the way past. You won't have seen it, but I did. I think I must have been on the United departure. The first officer also waved as well. Duncan Gall, unbelievable. Thank you so much, my friend. Big smile. Although I've got this horrible feeling there's a plane moving now. Usually is. We'll do a name check in a minute, see what's what. I think we've got time actually. Claire Westerman, Jim's Journeys, Shaky69, Norman Kloss and Dustin, all benefiting from Duncan Gall's very kind generosity. So what's this say from Rab? Swiss 330 taxiing to runway 16. In fact, let's have this as well. Bit hazy, but there's our KLM. Let's have a quick mooch around the biz jets as well, if I can indulge my fetish. Ooh, there's a Falcon there. I want to see a bit more of that. Ooh, another one. Take your pick. It's like everyone's parked up for the weekend, no more biz commuting. Right, better get ready for another takeoff. Ooh, is that a heavy inbound? It's an A340. At distance, it's a bit murky, but no doubting. I think that's it. I don't, other than when it taxis back up here, I think that's it. Rab, we were on the same page there intuitively, weren't we? Well, you were working with facts and I was blagging it a bit, but ooh, Craig McLean, no time for a cup of tea. You've got a stripy Condor off to Palma de Mallorca. It's a 321 Neo, so it's a mid-range stripy Condor. It's in green and white. Make of that what you will. Ooh, Alibi says 7 minutes, 350 Edelweiss, the second of the two. Then off to LA, and then should be taking me home to... Is that my ride tomorrow? Is that the one I'm going on? Hotel Bravo, India, Hotel Charlie. I don't want to go because I love it here, but I am excited. Just want to make sure I've got a starboard side blinking neck. I missed the stripes pontificating. Hopefully Craig was making the cup of tea that I suggested, but he didn't make. Zoom in a bit more. Yeah, starboard side, so I think it's 06 tomorrow, so if I see anybody down there, I'll be sure to shine a light, if I can get a window seat. Beep, 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 beep. So let's have a look. Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it, Nell? Definitely, it kind of was. But loving all that emoji spam. Rab's less convinced. Flying deck chair, says Sue. But between Nell, Alexandra, HGC, I think that's all the love for the stripes in the chat. Natalie Alice, God bless you for a super chat. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if I felt a spot of rain there. Hope not, because if it was fat. I've not seen any birds around here, so it's not that kind of splat. Ian Nicholson gifting another membership, which has gone to JPN Trips, which I guess is an abbreviation for Japan. Let me just show you something as well, just talking about the... In fact, let's just check nothing's on the roll. I don't think anything's on the roll, but we have got something lined up, of course, haven't we? So lining up to go is a Swiss 330 to Delhi. Ooh. This will be that 340 that we saw coming, is it not? Anyway, who got... Oh yeah, we did the gifty from Ian. JPN Trips, which made me think of something I wanted to show you. I was hoping we'd see it closer, but I've just spotted it on a stand. Loving that love for the 340. Scottish Linda, Alexandra Wood, Natalie Alice. Good taste, ladies. Very good taste. I don't want that Swiss 330 to start rolling. I want to just look at this. Beautiful. Yeah, what I wanted to show you was that one. I can't remember whose it is. I'll have a look and see if I've made a note of it. Very funky. Now I've not made a note, well, not one I've got with me. Looks like we're off. Just been getting waves from this flight deck. I think I'm a bit too slow to get the camera on it. Well done, Helvetic. I think that's the crew we got a open window from earlier on. Just have a quick look around the kit, check that everything's juicing up. Seems to be okay. The room I'm staying in is absolutely fantastic. Aircon works. Life's a bit better when that happens. Oh, Ben the Av Geek, hi to you. Anyway, where was I going with this? The only thing is, and I'd forgotten this, Swiss hotels seem to have, you know, in the UK we buy those round looking travel plug adapters. Well, they're all kind of sort of hexagonally shaped, but they are a different shape. So all my travel plugs are useless. I've only got one socket in the entire room that takes the round one. So it does make charging, you know, the kit up quite tricky. So next cross runway will be Swiss with a 321-100 to somewhere called Brindisi. Brindisi? Does that sound right? Probably not. I can't say it's because I can't see for the glare, because there is no glare now. Not really. Are they the same kind of thing then, Craig? Like a sort of, I don't know how to describe them. They're pointed at either end, narrow. They're exactly the same as I don't know what's best to describe it. They're like a little two-pronged plug. Anyway, the round ones are no good, are they? So like you, what do you have? 3? I got 4 because of all the kit, and only one of them any bloody use. How I'd forgotten that? I don't know. Perhaps the Holiday Inn where we stayed last year, maybe it did have an extra round one, I don't know. The offset to that is that there was an abundance of low voltage charging points, you know, like for your phone and stuff like that. Yeah, Nell, Michelle, that is the thing to do, because there's only so many different combis. I think I will pick up one. Should really, shouldn't I? In fact, when the show finishes, I might have a quick look, because they're not expensive, I wouldn't have thought, and it might just speed up the charging arrangements. Otherwise, I kind of rely on waking up in the night for a visit to the bathroom and then thinking what needs plugging in as I go. Carl Shield Various, liking the handle, mate. Hope you're keeping well down at the mound. Right, Helvetic, more accurately, departing to Budapest in an Embraer E195 AR. Blimey, it's flashed past. I just took a second to digest the AR. Don't think I've come across that before. If I have, I've forgotten. Just trying to tempt them into a wave. 340 pushback, so I'm going to stay with this and forego anything that's moving at the minute. Hope that's okay, folks. Tripod wants a little bit more. For some reason I seem to have moved it. There's an knack to doing this. Says it wants a bit more. That can't be right. That's better. Thanks, Rob. You just gotta love these moments, ain't you? Drink it in. I've not checked yet, but they do have a couple of 340s through Swiss. I'm not sure if they fall in the window or not. Yeah, so my heart is beating that bit quicker now I'm looking at this. Hey up, Keir Christie. How you doing, Keir? How's young Jack? Oh, it's Jack in the chat. Jack, lovely to have seen you at Edinburgh Airport yesterday. That was a real treat for me, that was. What do you reckon to this? Looks like someone's been practicing here. Look, got a little chicane. So just being detached from its tug. I think this one, if I've clicked the right one, is off to Cancun. At the other end of the track, we have, what have we got? An Air Baltic about to depart for Belgrade. So that'll be going off runway 16. I'll pick that one up mid-roll. Cross runway. The course is 28. We've got a Swiss 32. No, it's the wrong one. Oh, it's still a Swiss. It's a 321 off to Stockholm. But I think this is about to start moving. Now, God bless you. Thank you so much for your Ko-fi and your company. It's been a pleasure. Have a great rest of the day. Thumbs up to you as well, Scottish Linda. Taking the weans to the farm. Have a lovely time. I think we get them, Carl Shield, but I don't think they're a regular scheduled one. I think last time we were here, might have been a Singapore 747. I can't quite remember. Right, I'm just going to take you off this for a minute. Air Baltic are dominating the shot. One taking off and one taxiing out. Next departure from runway 28 is a Swiss 320 to Barcelona. That one. So we get to see this baby go. Can't wait. I think, Rab, the word epic could have been created for moments like this. Good morning, Mary Brock. Well, it's good afternoon here, and almost certainly good evening for you over in Oz. How you doing? SC Aviation, hi to you. Trish J says, Hubby was an A380 engineer at Goodrich, Lucas. Yeah, my wife used to fly a lot. We used to travel quite a bit, but doesn't like flying now. Not because she's worried about the plane falling out the sky or anything like that per se. More to do with claustrophobia once on board. Right, Swiss have an A321 off to Zurich. Let's get the, well, it's gone. Yeah, that's what I was going to cover. Never mind. So near, but no cigar. But yeah, we've got a Swiss A321 off to Tirana, about to depart. Thanks, Alexandra. You were on the money. 8:51 with Mary over in Oz. All good. Quick look around on the terrace. Quite a few people here. It's not onerous. It's such a good facility. I think if you took this to Manchester or Heathrow, it would be heaving. So, next cross runway departure, Swiss A320 to Copenhagen. Thanks, Alexandra. Chipaz asks, am I getting Swiss chocolate? Not for me personally, no, but I have a couple of requests that I'm picking up for. Don't give up, Jack. You've just got to negotiate with your dad. To be fair, it is quite expensive to get here. Personally, I think the best way of doing it is the way we did it. Not through any master plan, but coming with EasyJet to Geneva, spot there for the day, get the train up to Zurich, spot here, and then get yourself back to good old Blighty with Edelweiss. It is a bit pricier, especially if you buy more than one ticket. Right, water break moment, I think. at least that dark sky that was looking so menacing hasn't added up to anything. It's quite close here, but without the sun, it's much easier. As we watch Air Baltic pound the tarmac, pounding away. What do I see over here? Overspill parking for the biz jets. So I think runway 28, the cross runway, is about to see Helvetic depart an Embraer 190 long range for Marseille. Mary's had rain and thunder this afternoon. I think, to be honest, Mary, that's what the afternoon here is probably going to look like. So Edelweiss still departing to Cancun. So Edelweiss just ready to line up. Tell you what, Carl Shield, €100, that's not bad. What's that in pounds? About 90 quid or something like? I think when Eddie and I came here last year with Edelweiss, although Swiss did one of the legs, return, I think we did that for about 200 odd quid, whereas this trip it's going to cost me around that, plus the upgrade price just for the return leg. I think the trick is book early enough. I would say though, personal thing, that if you're going to do Zurich, do Geneva. Do the train between. That was about 100 quid. And I reckon it was worth it. Of course, it's always better if you've got a window seat reserved, which I did. Of course, not knowing whether you wanted the starboard side or the port side in terms of what you might see. Some of it you can anticipate by looking at a map. There's always things you see en route that you're never going to tell from a map. Rab, that sounds very much like how my chat was earlier. Right, I'm just going to record that Edelweiss departure. They're lined up, as you can just about see, pylon in view. A lot of love for the 340 in that chat. Rab's getting a proactive, is that the right word? Preemptive, no sing zone emoji in. Don't worry, I stick away from singing Edelweiss. Haven't got the range. My plane of the day to Alexandra. Yep, the hair dryers are all ready to go. Just getting up to operating pressures. Iceland Air has just landed. It's another 737, isn't it? I thought they might treat us to a 75. Perhaps they will tomorrow. They do rotate 757s through here. 145 likes with Michelle. Good people out there. Anyone that's yet to give us a like, please do help us along. It's entirely free and does us the power of good as a channel. Get us north of the 150. 150 and beyond. Yeah, Trev, it seems, just Rab's point actually, that we've got something moving on the crosswind. I think we might have. Just wondering why we're holding so long. Yeah, we have. It is that Helvetic to Bologna departure. There we go. Sun is back out. Don't want that though, you want this, don't you? Interesting, but the 340 in front of us, I can see activity on the flight deck there as well, as you can now. It's an interesting point Rab makes. It is true, when we take the show away from Edinburgh, we never do as well. But I guess it's one of those things about our friends and our regular supporters and our members, most crucially in all of that, you know, like to see a bit more variety in the action every now and again. Just freshens it up. So from a viewing point of view, we never do well overseas. But well, we're moving. I'll shut up. What do you reckon, team? Thanks, Rob. Max up volume, HGC. Plane of the day, says Alexandra. Who also alerts me to a Swiss 320 about to blast off. Let's get ready for that. Isn't moving yet according to mine, but who knows. DB Bassman approves of the 340, HGC2. Well, have you not got your emojis, Michelle? I want to put a hammer on it for you. It would be lovely, Michelle, if we could get to 200 likes during the show, but it is what it is. As long as you're all having fun, seeing something different. I mean, I'll tell you now, even at early o'clock, I'm always excited when I head up to Edinburgh. But a bit like having steak every day, sometimes it's nice to try something different, see something different. Right, I can hear it. Something's coming. Oh my lord, we've got the overfly from the 340. I'm going to try and pick it up for you in a minute. That'll do it now. Well, that felt nuts. What do you reckon, chap? See, oh, is that a triple? Can't be sure. Might be a 340. See what flight radar says. Anyway, it's going off 16. So, ooh, there we go. I'm going to have to adjust my Leicester City football shirt cravat that I've got wrapped around my neck. Trying to keep the sun off. It's back with a vengeance. Here comes the sun. Good afternoon. I had to correct myself there. It's 1 o'clock just gone here, so in fact it's good afternoon with you as well, is it not? Bingo Bango Bongo, the coolest handle on YouTube. How you doing? Pity the Fool, hello to you. Yeah, I love it. I just love it. Mind you, I had that thought at Geneva yesterday. I thought, this is just nuts. 152 likes, says Michelle. So thank you, everyone that got us north of 150. If we can close at 200, that'll be nice. But if we don't, it ain't the end of the world. Craig McLean, what a man you are. What a legend you are. 5 gifted memberships. Don't know what to say except thank you. And of course, everything we get straight back on content. Case in point, let's just track this. Hopefully, if I've got the dates right, bearing in mind I have got form for this, but you'll have seen the thumbnails that are out for Aberdeen next Thursday and Friday. Abby and I doing the honours. Me hoping to tempt Eddie into heading up north. Let's do a quick few hellos in the chat as well. So who got the 5 from Craig first? Sue Glover, El Amigos. I like that handle too. Omi Gertz, Andrew C, and Joanne McDonald. Great to have you all with us. And Dwayne Hughes, welcome back, Dwayne. How's tricks? Ash is in the show. You're not cricketing today, Ash? Or is that Sundays? HDC, kind of got lucky with that 340, didn't we? I'd have got a bit more of it, but I've got a brolly on top of the camera, which kind of restricts a little bit what you can do with it. But lots of departure action. We have a quick check that everything's cooking with gas. It looks like we've got a Swiss 777 to Tokyo firing up as well to go out. Next cross runway departure, Helvetic are taking a 195E2 to Gothenburg. So I think we'll pick it up fairly cleanly. Honestly, Dwayne, it's insane here. I was saying earlier on, if you like to go abroad for your spotting, I think Geneva and Zurich is a great thing to do. We've got an Edelweiss on the roll. Help me out, Alexandra. If you haven't already called it, you probably have. Where's it going? Can't track that any further. Got a face full of sun. Good afternoon, Andrew C. See you in the show. Welcome to the PSA Crew Lounge, mate. Craig McLean, being the generous soul that opened the door. Big DC, have a great rest of Saturday. Hope to see you Sunday. Enjoy the game. Well, that was 150 likes. Thank you so much, Craig. Whichever way, everything now is going forward onto Project Hamburg. If we don't do Hamburg, we'll just recycle that back into a bit more from Edinburgh, I think. Maybe it's with the odd cheeky Glasgow in there too. If we can find the right day and the right slots. So I'm tending to let them go at that point. Save singeing the old retinas. So, was that Bucharest? It's what Alexandra's flag is. Our 777 to Tokyo. Is it? Yeah, baby. Oh, this is It's a good place for a tan. Ooh, I like this. We saw it yesterday. Plane on shot. GP Aviation. Hold the thought. We've got a roller. Saw it yesterday at Geneva, and it's here today. Right, next Swiss, no, get my words back to front. Cross runway departure, Helvetic to Gothenburg. It does look rather insane, doesn't it, Just Jay? Let's go back to the lineup. Yeah. Who's going next? I've lost count. I believe next to go is a Swiss A330 to Dubai. And we're rolling. The cork is out the bottle. Can I get a bit of a more of a bank shot? That'd be kind of a try harder. We're going to get a cross runway departure before our next runway. Got my numbers. Is it 16 or 14? I think 14. Anyway, off to Washington, another 3:30. At the minute it's an obstructed view, so thanks Rab. Alexandra, you've been an absolute star, and thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy your lunch. Catch you next time. Bye bye. Yeah, bingo, bango, bongo. I've got... Ooh. Oh, I missed that one, I think. Mostly. Wow, look at the climb on that. I'm going to go the other way, because I see something quite big in the far horizon. Can only be one thing. sadly that's all we're going to get. It goes out, I don't know, about 3 o'clock-ish, half 3, 4 o'clock. We'll be done by then, out of range. Hey up, Sue Glover. Welcome to that PSA Crew Lounge. Anyway, bingo, bango, bongo, Hamburg. The optimal trip is a day's spotting at Hamburg, going across to the other airport where Airbus have got their factory, and also doing that Minotaur Wonderland as well. So there's like 3 components to it in an ideal world. Whether we get to do all of that or not, I don't know. And of course the weather being what the weather is, you don't well, here's the thing, we're going to give it a go. Members voted for it, and we're all about the members at PSA. We don't just do token polls about which blade of grass to stand on or whatever when streaming. We're kind of like the members to choose where we take the away stuff. As long as it's not Kabul or Baghdad or other risky places, all things are good. I was talking to a young couple on the train on one of my legs from Geneva to Zurich. A young German chap and his Egyptian partner, and we were talking about plane spotting and all that, and she definitely said, apart from the obvious thing about heat at Cairo airport, she definitely thought it could be rather tricky with the authorities as well. So there are limits to where we're prepared to go, but hey ho. Yeah, I think bingo, bango, bongo, all of these things are worth it if you put the effort in. I love it. Absolutely live for the moments like this, being able to share it with you, because I talk about all the places we try and take this to, but I'm very mindful that a lot of people can't even get down to the local airports for various reasons. So being able to put extra colour in everybody's day is a right privilege. And the other thing, of course, with plain sailing, we spend everything we do, everything that comes in just goes out on content. So there's no wages or salaries or bonuses or any of that kind of stuff. That's not our tariff, which kind of sets us free to put the money straight back on the aviation. Right, there is a plane behind the pylon. I think I'll have a quick look-see and see what it might be. So next to go is an A330 to Washington, I think, followed by that 777 to Tokyo. Oh, 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 hey! Yep. That was me, in ecstasy, off to Seattle. Oh. And there's even a King of the Skies partially in shot, but you can probably see the tail fin. But we're staying with this baby. This is an A340, an Edelweiss A340 show. Exactly, HTC, beautiful. Loving that use of the emojis, Natalie Alice. Just gorgeous. Linda Cooper, that tail fin has been bugging me all show. It's on a scrap of paper on my dressing table in the hotel room. No alibi, definitely not a shopping channel. Yes. Curious. Anyway, doesn't matter. Distracting myself. Let's stay with that. While the A330 to Washington is now rolling. Ha! I know where you're coming from, Glenn. I'm 60. My brain is 25, but I feel about 105. If you know what I mean. No, I'm only messing. I feel 25 at the minute. Don't worry, it ain't moved an inch. Yeah, Jonathan McD is quite right. He's age regressed me. Is that correct? Age regressed me? He's made me look younger on well, with AI. Although those thick glasses don't do anything for me. Ash, I'll show you the tail very quickly. That one. So it's not the A-jet that's in the way. Like a kind of tessellation. So who's going next? It's the Tokyo departure, of course. Craig, I've not yet got dates for Hamburg. Oh, sugar, I've missed the takeoff. That is a telescope. Taking on the chin. I'm thinking September, early October. Don't really want to go deeper into the autumn because they get rubbish weather just like we do, don't they? Anyway, so what were you asking? Ooh, I'll keep you posted, Craig. You'd be very welcome. Almost certainly it's going to be an Edinburgh departure for us anyway. I don't think there's a direct Hamburg route from Newcastle. Not sure if EasyJet have got one. But keep you all posted. Michelle, my pleasure. Always my pleasure. You lot are brilliant. Foxy B, you're being too kind with those telescopes. I reckon it probably should be about 27. What did they say at the start of the show? We'll probably get more telescopes than lights. Better not telescope this one. A mighty 777 on a very long voyage to Tokyo. Really quite fancy that. Ooh, Edelweiss are moving as well. Can I do 2 for 1? Just depends on the point of rotation. There we go. How's that? It's all happening. So there's our Seattle bound A340. Next cross runway departure, a Swiss 220 to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Quick check on the power. 2.5 hours in. Kit is showing reasonable charge, that's handy. Good night, Mary Brock. God bless you. Internet playing up. Oh. Back on tomorrow, should be same time as today, so 9 o'clock UK time, no, 10 o'clock UK time, 11 o'clock local time, but if I can get set up sooner, I will. It just depends on the queue. I was pretty much first here today, but I've got all the kit that has to go. They have to search everything to get into this facility, so you soon end up at the back of the queue. Ooh, that tail livery, Russian. It might be something like Red Sea Air or Red Sea Adventures. If you put Red Sea into a search engine, I'm sure Red Sea features on that one. Let me know. Bjorn, no, sadly, I've never flown well, I have flown heavies years ago, going to America, Seychelles, that kind of thing, but not since Eddie, my son, who's in his 30s, since he was born. So my last heavy flight will probably have been to Boston in 1991. Went on a skiing trip to Killington, up in Vermont. So I've forgotten what it's like by distance. Oh, thank you, Linda Cooper. Red Sea Airline. Egyptian, says Laura. Les, switch the telescopes off. Be a mate. Let me off. So Sunday, Bjorn, will be my one and only 350 trip, and as I was saying earlier, just can't wait for that. So crosswind is rolling, with a Airbus 320 to Munich. That must be a short flight, that one. Well, Ash, I reckon that was a tricky one. It's only when Red Sea popped up in my head I thought, yes, never seen that before in my life. Would have liked to have seen it in today's show. Anyone care to check if it's due to go out in the next hour? Unless I get choked off with some data throttling or something, I'm probably going to be good for another hour or so, I reckon. If folks want to watch, I'll keep the camera twirling. I have to put a bit more sun cream on. Anyway, our second 340 departure is about to happen. Off to Seattle, I think we said Seattle. So you'll see that is small at the minute, left hand side of the screen. Seem to have been found by a local wasp who seems to like me. Good afternoon, Rainbow Love. How you doing, Bev? Catch you later, Ash. Have a lovely time, buddy. Retreating Blade, good afternoon to you. We are going to have an aircraft rolling across that shot in a minute. Air Baltic to Berlin. Delta cutting in as well. That might be a... Let's have a look. Can't be entirely sure at this distance because I know they operate two types. Whee! Just want to go back to the Delta. $330. Edelweiss are rolling. Well, I thought they were. Oh, thanks for checking, Natalie Alice. Maybe it'll go tomorrow. Thanks for checking as well, Rab. Another Swiss 330. Let's have a quick look at that while we await the Edelweiss. Everyone's waving, but I'm probably a little bit behind. I wonder if we'll get another one of those crossover shots with the Edelweiss 340. No, an Air Baltic instead. I'd advise to go in. I thought they were. God bless you, Rainbow Love, gifting a membership to the channel. So kind, Bev. And welcome aboard, Dan Gardner. Getting a bit hazy again, but worth the effort. Just going to put us on the back of these two heavies. So the one at the back is a Swiss 330 and it is chasing a Delta 330. The Delta off to JFK, the Swiss also off to JFK. Shortly to be joined by another Swiss heavy, a 777 off to Chicago. I think this is the phase of the show where we get quite a few heavy departures. Crosswind departure is going to be Helvetic with an E190 E2 to Frankfurt. Not on this trip, Rob. This is the Panasonic. There's our baby. So now the Sony is back at the ranch. Trouble is, when you go overseas, your stuff just gets generally bashed about a bit, even when you wrap it up carefully. So I didn't really want to risk it, to be honest. And to be fair, it would make the haze look even clearer, if you know what I mean. Hammy's in the show. Good afternoon, Hammy. Just in time for that telescope. Oops. Hope all is good. Right, I'm going to find a bit more water. I think that might be a great way to go. So no more telescopes for a bit. Oh, thanks, Rab. I think the Panasonic, can't praise it enough. I mean, it wasn't me who came up with that. We just copied what Big Jet TV were doing at the time. Buying a camera without recommendation is a fairly risky thing. Oh, I've got a banana. Didn't realise that. Have got any more water? More to the point. Blow me down. I'm sure I had 2 bottles. Ugh. I know I have. Where? Something, excuse me folks, I'm having one of those divvy moments. I hope they didn't leave it out of my bag when they were searching it this morning. I definitely bought 2. Chimp. I've seen it on here. I don't know if someone's picked it up. Can't seem likely. Who wants somebody else's water? There's another bus tour out there. Too hot for me out there now. Right, it must be the Delta to say JFK? Can't remember. Yeah, JFK. Oh, I know where it is. I put the water in my broadcast box behind the encoder. You're following so far? To cool the back of the machine. I've got a little fan in there blowing the air around, but I thought it's my way of creating primitive air conditioning. Having surpassed myself with my creativity, I then forgot where I'd done it. Bus replacement service, says DV. I'm telling you, that'll be hot down there. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you, Craig? I think the thing is, I could probably live with that level of confusion, but Mrs. PSA would probably suffer a sense of humour failure if she thought I'd reversed it into an airport apron tour. Right, so now having remembered I've got more water, probably should have a quick drink. Do excuse me, team. So if I can get it out the broadcast box without crashing the broadcast. So far so good. Perhaps if I put the empty bottle in. Uh-oh, no time. This must be the Swiss departure. Also to New York, JFK. 777 from these fellas. Gonna let that one go, I think, while I get my water. Oh, got it out. Has the broadcast died? No, it's still going. All excited because I can see a plane rolling. Delta just overflying us as well. It's a shame I couldn't get on the Delta because it's one of those with the blue underbelly and a really good. Ooh, hang on a minute. That Red Sea plane is going. But we said it weren't going today. That is a double Brucey bonus. Let's record that. Might never see that again. That's a rare privilege. Well, for me. Yeah, I've seen your comments, Storming. Off to Haggerda. Soon it's behind the pylon. You can just see it peeking out. I'm just going to put you on a better view of a plane. That might be Cathay Pacific, can't be sure. It's that time of day. Nah, it's another Swiss. Off to Miami, 777. Couldn't pick it out in the sky. Ignore that feeble effort. What? Not my cleanest track. That squint a lot there. bit more water, I think. I'm telling you, it's just crackers here. Just don't know which way to turn. I couldn't see, Rob. Couldn't see, mate. All I've got with the sun back on me is a tiny little viewfinder with a picture of me in it. Just too difficult. Wish it would go in now, the sun. Oh well, hey ho. So, let's see what flight radar are telling us is happening. We have got something rolling on the cross runway, and in Embraer 195, long range, courtesy of Austrian. Just occurred to me, I've not actually managed to get myself up to Edinburgh to catch Austrian in action. Days just haven't worked out. Well, let's see if we can get a Helvetic Wave. They are always friendly. But they usually are. Yay! I think I saw a Pegasus coming in on the remote runway, runway 14. So the big jets went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The big jets went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. I have to be honest, Tammy, I'm scratching my head to think when I last saw a United 777 live, probably Heathrow, but not sure, not been seen for a while. Hello to Kobe Schmitz. Hello to you. What am I doing? I am using a Panasonic HC-VX1. Oh, sorry, Rab, Alibi, HGC, and anybody else that was affronted by my moment of slackness. It was the euphoria of finding that bottle of water, because I was thinking, what is going on? Where's that bottle gone? Turns out I had it all the time, although I think it had passed its best as an air conditioning aid. Fan's still going. As we wave off this TAP A321 to Lisbon. Right, so they do taxi out quite slow here. I don't know what the speed restriction is. I know there's a bit of a gradient there, but I might just move my hat around as well. Ooh, ooh, mother. Sun is now creeping round the towards the front of me. So I reckon we'll aim to finish up. Where are we now? 2 o'clock local time. We'll call this the last hour of the show. How's that, folks? If the action dries up any sooner, we'll take an earlier bath. It would be nice to see Cathay Pacific go. I'm sure they're due out at 1:30, so running fashionably late. It's going to be another Magnum day, I think, as soon as the stream closes. Qatar 350-900. Wibbling its way through that haze. So, the march of the Swiss heavies continues at pace. Next departure is rolling on the cross runway, an Embraer 195 to Bordeaux. That one. You see what I mean about the way flight radar works? A little bit slow. So am I. Just going to give new viewers a quick peek to my left. I spy with my little eye a stripy condor. Hope she looks swell. An Ethiopian tucked away. Changed their mind, they're coming back. Ooh, I tell you what, Glenn, I could really do corned beef sandwiches right now. And some nice crisps. Ooh, a trifle as well. You're living like royalty, man. Right, we've got a BizJet squirting its way down the track. An Embraer Phenom 300 to Salzburg. Let's see if I can get any of it. I think it'll be up. Crikey, it's already up. Little squirt. Oh, I'm letting it go. I've been thrashed. Ooh, how's this, babies? Looking good. Smell that. Well, actually, more likely to be this, I guess, except the wind. Yeah, it's this. The wind has changed direction, definitely. doesn't just smell of aircraft, it smells of warm aircraft. Tell you what, Bjorn, I love the sight of that. Very nice. All things there. Finnair A350. Now that's class. Hold that thought. There's our Cathay. Cathay come home and now gone back out. You'll have seen probably a dash of that, but I can't. I can just see me looking back, sadly. Got another one on the roll anyway. So that bus that's just been passed by the plane, full of spotters. Can you imagine that happening in England? What have we got here? A fast moving, or towed, Swiss. Pedal to the metal. Another big heavy. Plane on shot. Oh, actually, it's out of shot now, I think. I think the United's kind of got in the way, is it not? The United 777 for San Francisco, the one that's dead behind the pylon. But yeah, when you watch the next takeoff, if you've just joined the show, these guys are spotting. Helvetic are coming our way. Let's have a quick look. These are nearly always friendly. Yay! We love Helvetic. It is baking, Andy P. That's why we're going to finish at the top of the hour. I think that's the way to do it. That way we get the heavy's tail off after that. I'm not sticking around for the A380, not to the extent of being out in the sunshine. I'm going to have a lolly and a tea and a Coke. Probably the Coke first, actually. Anyway, by the by, I want to go to the shop as well. You know, the spotter shop they've got here. So we've got an Edelweiss 350 off to Vancouver. No, that's not a 350. Ignore that. It's a 340 going somewhere. I've clicked on the wrong icon. It says there is a 350 also. Oh, hang on. Jeez. Gonna like this. It's this one. When will I see you again? Will it be tomorrow tea time? Sorry, had to be done. Was not expecting that. Loving all that emoji action there. Gordon Hunter, Les Donaldson, Rab H. Thank you, Craig. That was a fluke. I was not expecting that. We've seen a couple of heavies, or one of the heavy go out that way, but nah, just Jay. The Antonov eludes me. I got close to catching it at East Midlands when I was down visiting my parents back in the early phase of summer. I got to where I needed to spot from about 20 minutes late. One of those things, it was the day we brought my dad home from hospital. That all went okay, but ran late. Got home, had a cup of tea, said, do you mind if I nip off to the airport? Did it. Traffic stinky down there. Missed it by 20 minutes. Oh, here's a collector's piece. Looks like we've got a very, oh no, I don't know which way to go. You can see the dilemma. I love my biz jets. You can see this baby glistening. Don't know whether the camera is showing it glistening enough. Right, I think United 777 to San Francisco is the plane that is on shot. Should we find out? Cathay Pacific next to go with an A350. So I'm not in the chat at the minute. I'll be right back. Icelandair on the move. Sadly, only a 737. He really could have made more effort. Oh, damn it. Came on me a bit quicker than I've thought. So that is a telescope, definite. Got to take that one on the chin. Oh man, yeah, let's go take that one. Easy, got to take that one. Should have got that. I was saw Hammy's comment where it says, anyone got an issue? Oh, tissue. I thought I'm getting circle of death stuff. So that's what took me off. So Hammy, you triggered my brain meltdown and I forgot about the Cathy. I thought it said issue. I thought, oh, sugar. Don't worry, Rob, you're going to get a Edelweiss 350. I think that is next to line up. I've got an overflight. I failed with the last couple of these because of the glare. Don't know why I did it. At least when there's a bit of crowd in the sky. Oh, GP Aviation. Or is that a 340 Rab? Oh, for me I can't tell. Absolutely no idea. Now, once you've lost your gaze, I've got flight radar undercover. Everything's gone back into extremely hot to touch mode. That's alright, isn't it? We've still got it to come. Ah, here comes the tie. That's another one I was hoping to see. Catch you later, Glenn, and thank you so much for those gifted memberships. We definitely could do with a bit of stripiness in the show. Is that the next cross runway departure? I don't know. Flight radar won't work at all now. Oh, it does now. Just slow. A 737, Turkish Airlines 737 to Istanbul. Yeah, Hammy, it's just, they are so iconic, aren't they? It's just untrue. Don't give up your day job, Craig McLean. It's a good gag, isn't it? I know they're not involved with Formula One either. Actually, I don't know what they do. Probably should be a bit of homework on my part. Right, This will be the Turkish 737. Can you imagine now a stripy A340? Just chucking that one out there. Probably a little project for Tony Rivers and Jonathan McDee to turn their maverick tendencies towards with AI. But you know, what would a 340 look like in stripes? Don't think Condor have any, do they? Right, KLM are on the push. Dare I move the camera? Looks like we've got another heavy. Oh, that's the one I can see on the screen. Ignore that. We've got a BizJet going out next. Bombardier Challenger 650 off to Nice. I am going to have a drink of water. Nifty little Embraer 175. Lufthansa cutting the shot a little bit. Ooh, a little 319. Yeah, HTC Condor 380. That would be another way of slicing the cake. We'll have a slice of Condor 380. Do you remember that pipe tobacco that used to be advertised in the 70s and 80s? Condor. When the bloke would pause, couldn't quite remember what he wanted to say, and then all he could think of was his pipe tobacco. I think it's Condor. And of course the word condor doesn't fit in with a sentence that's being spoken, so that I guess is the whole joke. I remember it if nobody else does. Right, that 340 is lining up. Slowly. I've fallen for it again, really. Jumped in prematurely. Where are we now? 14:26. Last 34 minutes of the show. That's it, Alibi. The Condor moment. It must have worked, because as kids we used to like playing on that strap line, you know. Just suddenly go, Condor. Although it doesn't work as well at school, as I remember. Exactly, Just Jay. Thinking man's tobacco. Right, nothing on the cross runway. Another BizJet. I think, but not lined up to go yet. Ah, Hamlet Cigars says yes. Yes. They were funny adverts, weren't they? telling the haze. Was that Transavia or something completely different? Anyone that's in flight radar, mind telling me what came in on runway 14? Just too hazy at the far end. Hazy fantasy. So back again tomorrow if you fancy it. I can't start earlier because they don't open the terrace up any sooner. But we're rolling. We'll have a final dart at that one when it overflies. Gorgeous, as is this. So I think our next cross runway departure is KLM any minute now with their Embraer 175. Looks like we've got another overfly coming our way. The Edelweiss to Punta Cana, about to grace me now. Can I get the elevation? No. Just too hazy. I got it in a fashion. That was the last Sky Chaser today, but let's face it, was Edelweiss. Iceland Air bearing down the track, returning to Reykjavik. It's like an Uber taxi rank. Ooh. Good afternoon, Mark Brightspark. How you doing, pal? Deborah Speller, good afternoon to you. Watching and doing some DIY plumbing. Do tell Debs, what are you plumbing? I'm impressed. I think I'll have to say to Mrs. PSA next time we have such a situation. Deborah Speller can turn a hand to it. Tie next to go. Lining up onto runway 16. Stand by, folks, for a Thai 777. Just check I've not missed any other re-entries. Cracking. Don't those 737-400s kick out a bit more of a satisfying growl? Obviously the noise and all the rest of it being significantly lower from modern power plants, but it's a good growl to that. Yeah, now Ryanair not here. They're obviously working on global domination elsewhere. Feels odd, doesn't it? Right, Thai's on the move. Ooh, Ethiopian are going as well. This might be our finish plane. Folks know what time it's listed to go? Certainly runway 16 looks empty now, so I guess we are into that window if the action is drying up. So that tug's good, doing a hell of a job. Sounds like 3 milk floats. Do you remember milk floats? Bit of bad news if you manufactured them. Here's one for you. There's the next consignment of spotters. They are going to cop for a fantastic close-up perspective of this baby going up. Sorry, I've missed that one. 13 more likes for 200, says Alibi. Honestly, folks, I guess we're 84 people in the show. I'm guessing we're pretty much liked out. Let's call that final call on likes. If we get to 200, that's nice. If we don't, you've been great company anyway. Natalie Alice, you'd love it. I want to come back to Zurich. When I came here with Eddie last year, Eddie and I were like kids in a sweet shop, really. Unable to process what we were actually having a look at. You know, stuff coming from everywhere, every angle. Just fantastic. You're right, Craig, those handlers weren't hanging around, but then again, they've probably got job and knock. Perhaps they finish at 3 o'clock or something. There'll be some reason why they were. Hammy, don't you pretend you don't know what a milk float was. Can't say is, can you? Because I don't think I've seen a milk float in too many years. Les, don't fall for it. Hammy knows flat well. Do you not remember Benny Hill and the Ernie? He drove the fastest milk cart in the West. That was actually a record, weren't it? I may have had that, or maybe somebody else had it and I borrowed it. Distinctly remember that. Ernie. It's one of those song, but it's a story type things. This was quite popular in the 70s. 192 likes, says Michelle. Hammy's an incorrigible rogue. Maybe they've still got them somewhere. If you live anywhere with a milk float, battery powered milk float, do tell. Tell you what, Ernie's fastest milk float in the West ain't moving that Ethiopian too fast, I can tell you now. It must be more of a gradient than it looks. Oh, I've just seen something else to put the camera on. The view has changed. Another 340. So what we'll do the credits, shall we? Save a little bit of time. Because I'm telling you, where's it? Well, that Ethiopian hasn't gone all the way up the hill. It's gone round to one of the gates over the other side of observation deck E. So we may be at that natural point of conclusion. I'll let the chat tell me if there's anything transponding that we fancy. So if it's a 340, 350, any heavy, that is great. I'm just going to go back to the book though and just quickly do some thank yous, because thank yous definitely make the world go round. can't see much of anything happening at the minute. So shout out again to ZURICH Aviation and his YouTube channel. Please do check that out as a favour to me if you don't mind. Drop him a sub. He's only a young lad. He does Zurich regularly, and he moved from the spot I'm in. Otherwise he'd have been in my shot all the time to the left, and I thought that was incredibly generous of the young man. So Raphael, thank you, buddy. Check that haze out. So where are we going to bob the camera? Bizjets, always bizjets if in doubt. Well, for the minute, and we'll go back to that 340. Chipaz 1990, celebrating 14 months with the channel. Rab, in fact, I tell you what, I could actually go to camera, couldn't I? If you can bear it. Stay with me. I do like to be sociable if I can, as you know. So let's see if I... No, the camera's not very level that way around, is it? So if you excuse everything being on the lant, in fact that's annoying me, I can't comprehend that, bear with me. That feels a little bit better, a little bit more of that. As you can see, I'm redder than a Swan Vesta. Plenty of sun cream on, but I think I've had enough. I think that is definitely the watchword for today. My Leicester City cravat. Anyway, let's do the rest of the thank yous. I'm just going to bottom a chat, check you're all still with me. Come on, chat. Not you, this. Yeah, sorry about the subsidence. It's kind of weird. You're level looking one way and then you go the other way and you kind of go off axis. But anyway, where do we get to? Rab H, celebrating 27 months with the channel. Awesome support, buddy. Nell W, thank you so much for your Ko-fi donation. Alexandra Wood celebrated 28 months of PSA Crew Lounge membership. Awesome stuff. Tony Rivers, thank you, Tone, for your gifted membership. Alexandra Wood then wowed us with 5 gifties, thank you. Nell celebrated 28 months as a member of the channel. Ian Nicholson gifted that many memberships, I probably haven't counted them up right. I've got 9 on this page and more on the next, but I'll get it ironed out for the community post. Glenn's Aviation Love, thank you so much as well, buddy, for gifting 5 memberships. Our friend Eve Sean, said the Eve bit right, but not the second name, very kindly super chatting us. Jonathan McD, thank you so much, buddy, gifting us 5 memberships. Ian Nicholson, I've got down for a further 3. There could be more, I don't know. Super chat from Yvonne CM. Duncan Gould, very generously gifting us 5 memberships. Atlin Alice, very generously super chatting us. And Craig McLean, very generously gifting us 5 memberships. If I've missed anything, it's the usual thing, I'll pick it up later. But the action's kind of naturally come to a conclusion. I'm just going to put you back round the right way now. I always like to say hi in person if I can. Something might be thundering past anyway. And now I'm off axis with the tripod. I can't believe it. Oh dear. Let me just put that back as it should have been. But I think we're naturally at that show close point. So I'm just going to go to the bottom of the chat. Is there anything anyone can see that they think we've got to be doing? So Alison McDonald, entirely my pleasure. Thank you so much for your support. Rab H, Mark Bright Spark, Les Donaldson, you speak for me with that love, ZHR. Absolutely awesome. Been brilliant. We've got more tomorrow though. Those of you who can make it, who fancy it, I don't know what the difference in the timetables is going to look like. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm just going to put this back round on the 340. Although that looks slightly lilted to me. No. I hate an open pan, apron. We're finishing with the bizjet. Sorry I'm being indecisive with the tasking of the camera, giving you whiplash. I'm just kind of, I think I'm cooked. Anyway, hey, Stephen Bibby, glad you enjoyed it, mate. It's been fantastic. And anybody else, anyone else that is in the chat, in the show, however you've supported us by watching, liking, subscribing, gifting, you name it. Thank you so much. Dear members, thanks for making this possible. Let's see how we do tomorrow. Forecast is going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow, but nice, so that sounds spot on really. Everything's kind of fallen off a cliff here now, so I think this is the right moment to finish the show. So I think without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye, adieu, and all of that. Bye-zy bye. See you tomorrow.